So, you're thinking about moving to Annapolis, Maryland? In this video, we're going to show you some Annapolis City neighborhoods that are only a mile from downtown. We'll show you a very popular condo building and homes that recently closed or are pending closure, so you can get a feel for what these neighborhoods look like and their price points for the current market in 2023. Hey, if this is the first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Annapolis and the surrounding areas, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current housing market in Annapolis and the surrounding areas. My name is Marie Paraschak, and my husband John and I are licensed realtors in the county. And we get calls and texts and emails every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move to Annapolis, and we love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, and send us an email, and we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to Annapolis. Our information is below in the About section. So let's get going. So let's get to talking about this particular building. This is at 66 Frankfurt Street. It's called Acton Landing Condos, and they're very popular. This actually used to be the old Anne Arundel General Hospital. A lot of people have been born, but they converted it. It was done in 2007, and it's been wildly popular. One of the reasons is if it's a second home or even a permanent home, people love the walkability factor for Annapolis because Annapolis is a very alive, very enthusiastic and active-driven city. So it's not like a lot of cities, in small town cities in America. It basically is, there's something to do every single month and then some. So the other nice thing about this is the condos, they started out about $200,000-300,000 in 2007, and now I would say the average price is upwards of $7.25. The higher up the building goes, the more the price you can expect to pay. It's a 5-story building, and if you have water views of Spa Creek, then you can expect to pay for more money. So let's talk about these units in particular, what you can expect. The price points here are starting around $700 and on up. First floors are probably $650, $700, and depending upon if you've done any extras in the condo. As you go up the 5 stories, you can expect to pay more money, especially the penthouse. The penthouse has water views of Spa Creek, and they sell for over $1 million. The units are 1,354 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and the condo fee is around $720. You get 1 parking spot and 2 storage units. People love this condominium. They come here and there's such walkability factor with Annapolis, so they love that. There's always something to do in downtown Annapolis, whether it's the annual events or whether it's a small event that people know of and they're just going to walk over to it. So the fact that these are higher priced condos isn't a factor because people just trade off and they say, well, you know, the social life for me is great. I can go downtown, I can walk the dog. Annapolis is a very dog-friendly city, and they can walk the dog, meet their friends for coffee. There's lots of outdoor dining here. People don't get upset with all these dogs being walked, so just expect that if you're going to live downtown. Okay, we're still in Admiral Heights, and this is another example of homes in Admiral Heights. There's a lot of these split levels. This was built in 1966. It recently sold for, let's see, here's my little cheat sheet here, $705. And it has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2.5 baths, and the square footage, or the price per square foot is $295. So again, depending upon what things people have done to their home, and upgrades and renovations, makes a big difference. So anyway, but this is a good price at this particular time in our current market. So there's another one up the street, so let's take a look at that one. So here we are, still in Admiral Heights. This is another home that sold back in December for $697. It has 1,598 square feet, and the price per square foot is $447. So you can see you're right in that price point of the high sixes into the 700s. And this is pretty typical, again, of what you're going to see. And what people also like, and I mentioned this previously, is if you walk over to this Navy Stadium, there are shuttles that are run by the city. And they run every 30 minutes, so you can grab a shuttle, $5 to $10, depending upon the time of year and the event. And you can be downtown in a matter of 5 minutes. They run 30 minutes around the clock up until I think 10 o'clock at night. So anyway, that's another nice thing. You don't have to worry about parking, which is, as I mentioned, that's a problem. So anyway, this is a really nice community. It's a tight-knit community and people just love living here. These houses don't come on the market very often. If they come on the market, either people are moving somewhere else or they're downsizing, but these homes don't come on the market very often. So when one does, people run over to take a look at it and see, oh, what's this got? It's also still within the city limits, so you're still paying city taxes here. Okay, let's go over to West Annapolis, and I'll show you a couple over there as well, so you get a feel. So here we are in West Annapolis, which is very close to Admiral Heights, the community we were just in. And West Annapolis is kind of a mixed community. You've got some businesses, you have doctor offices, you have some little coffee shops, you have a community school right up the street. But it's kind of an unusual and yet kind of funky. People really like that kind of funky feel. So this is also a very popular area for people to think about moving and buying a house. So the house behind me was built in 2022, late 2022, and it is 1,920 square feet. And it has 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and the price per square foot is $528. So it's a little high. The house isn't all that large, but again, you're buying location. So if people want to move to this particular area and be close to doctors and dentists and pharmacies right up the street, then people like it. So these homes don't stay on the market. I keep saying that, but it is true. So let's get to our next destination, just to give you another feel for what another house in West Annapolis looks like and what that price point is as well. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that the house we previously looked at with the yellow door, also in West Annapolis, that sold for $1,015,000. So that gives you an idea for a new build. So here we are. This little house sold for $675,000. It has 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and the price point here per square foot is $481. Built in 1940. It's really cute. So again, a lot of people like this. It's very walkability factor for walking around the neighborhood and getting over to the stadium if you want to take the stadium shuttle. So what I want to do now, before we wrap up our tour of West Annapolis, I want to drive down and show you the further into West Annapolis we go, you're going to see all different types of homes and larger and much more expensive. So let's get to that too. Okay, so here we are. We're still in West Annapolis, and this is the part of West Annapolis called Wardour. What you're going to see in here are some beautiful, exquisite homes, as well as homes that were built back in the 1920s, 1930s, so that give that very quintessential feel of historic Annapolis, although most of them have been renovated with updated kitchens, bathrooms, floors have been refurbished, etc. You'll also see some homes in here that are smaller, and yet they're going to be well over $1 million because of location. But the people who live here really love it. These homes rarely come on the market, and when they do, they're snatched up pretty quickly. We're also going to see one home that's currently pending, was on the market for less than 28 days, and the ask price was $2.350. Don't know what the closed price was because, of course, it hasn't closed. So let's take a drive around so you get a good feel of what this neighborhood has to offer. Again, it's very close to coffee shops and little local restaurants, and a quick 5-minute drive to downtown Annapolis. So let's get going. Okay, so let's get going on this tour.
So that gives you a good idea of what various neighborhoods in Annapolis City are all about as far as price points, the type of homes, the size of the lots, etc. And we'll be doing a lot more of those in the future, so be on the lookout for those. So if John and I can help you in any way in the meantime, please call, text, or email us, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks so much.